Hello and good morning. Welcome to our daily spiritual practice, a moment of inspiration and contemplation based on the book 365 Science of Mind, a year of daily wisdom from Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Centers for Spiritual Living. I'm Edward Fullion, and I am so happy to be here with you. December's readings, we're on December 9th tonight, have just a lovely tone to them. And Dr. Holmes is writing, is using quotes from the Hindu scriptures, and it lends a beautiful tone to his affirmative thoughts about the nature of our spiritual reality. This morning's one is titled, I have a spiritual vision within me that beholds a perfect universe. And one of the quotes that he uses is from the Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu scripture, the epic poem. And it is Krishna, Lord Krishna, the embodiment of the divine, speaking to Prince Arjuna in a conversation about the nature of reality. It's right at that point in the poem where the prince wants to see the nature of reality, wants to see the divine in its true form. And the Lord Krishna says, but verily, truly, you're not able to see me. You cannot behold me with these ordinary mortal eyes. I will have to give you divine sight. I will have to grant you spiritual vision in order to see reality. Then the next quote that he gives us is from the Mahabharata, also Hindu scripture. It says, there is but one Brahman, one spirit, we might say, which is truth's self. It is from ignorance of that one that Godheads have been conceived to be diverse. Now, here are Dr. Holmes's words of commentary. Spirit as absolute cause is the beginning and end of everything. If we place complete reliance upon this spirit as being the adequate cause, then we may as certainly place complete reliance upon it as producing the desired effects. When we give a spiritual mind treatment or an affirmative prayer, we are using this absolute cause, which we heard in the quote at the beginning. Well, I didn't read the one at the beginning, which is the alpha. From it automatically proceeds the effect, which is the omega. Thus, the affirmative prayer contains the potential possibility of its own answer. Jesus said, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. He knew that because he consciously dealt with first cause, there would be no question about the effect. Our lesson today says that a lack of the realization that there is but one final power is what gives rise to the belief in many gods. Some of these gods we may call lack or separation, or wrongdoing, pain, all the things. And all of these false gods must be abandoned for the one true God, which is truth's self. We are told that while we cannot behold the invisible presence with our physical eyes, that the divine vision that is given to us is how we see the truth of being. And this has an identical meaning with the saying of Jesus that spiritual things must be spiritually discerned. No, there's a lot in there in the reading. And here are Dr. Holmes' affirmative statements for our contemplation. I have a spiritual vision within me that beholds the truth of this universe. I'm adding to his words, making them more contemporary. Today, as I move about the world, this inner spiritual vision guides me into compassionate understanding, into the awareness of truth, into the acceptance of my whole being, all of my emotions. This spiritual vision within me is wide open, and through it, I am awake to my true nature and to the greater possibilities of my life when I do know my true nature. So today, as I move about the world, I say to myself, I see with the eyes of the divine. I see as the divine sees. I see what the divine sees. I see through everything to the truth of being. And so there's a quietness in me, a sureness, a confidence, an open-hearted willingness to be in this world as an agent of the divine. And with the breath, I begin to take in my environment, perhaps look at the flame. And every time I look at a candle now, I think of us and our practice. And I look at all of the names and all of the places that people are tuning in from. And I carry that with me throughout the day. I thank you in advance, those of you who are able to share this broadcast, especially on Facebook, by pressing like or making a comment, saying something, telling us where you're tuning in from. And if you have access to comments on YouTube, thank you for making them or telling your friends and family about this time we spend together daily. Have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.